Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Dave D Fishing. So in this video we're going to be doing some freshwater fishing. It's been a while since I've been on my kayak and this is all I can manage right now. The past month and a half spent quite a bit of time fixing my house. Had some major structural issues with the foundation. Some of the beams that were 6x8 beams were completely rotted through and floors were bowing and that type of thing. And that obviously takes precedence over fishing. But today I have some quiet time. My kids and my wife went out camping in Vermont, so I'm taking a night off for myself while the concrete that I set last night sort of sets so I can start laying blocks. So tonight we are fishing on the Connecticut River, specifically a cove off the Connecticut River. We're going to be fishing against some rock walls, some ledges over here. It is very deep in some of these areas. I was here last week with my whole family and we caught, I don't know, we got like maybe 5-gallon bucket of these bullhead catfish, which we are fishing for today. They are very fun fish. I don't remember targeting them in the last 10 years specifically, but I definitely targeted them when I was like 10 to 13 years old in Whitman's Pond in Weymouth. They're very easy fish to catch for the most part. A lot of people fish for these things to eat them. Over in my area, or specifically where I'm fishing now, the Connecticut River, fishing above the dam. So it says you can eat 1 or 2 a month and sort of keep it at that. No pregnant women and all that type of thing. I'm not going to eat them. I do like catfish, but I'm not eating these guys. This is strictly for fun. Just going to chuck them right back. So to find bullhead catfish, you got to sort of know when, where to find these things. So daytime, not going to really see too much of them except for in the spring. You'll find them out in flats and that type of thing in like May, April, maybe early June, because they're getting ready to spawn, feeding and that type of thing. So very easy to find. This time of year, late summer, this is end of August. Water's still a little warm. These fish don't like coming out in the daytime, so it's a nighttime game if you want to get on a consistent bite. So these catfish are going to be tucked up in these rock walls, deep piles of moss and that type of thing. So to draw these fish out of these rocks, I'm going to be using my secret weapon that my dear old friend and bait shop owner who sadly passed, he used to tell me to use cat food. So this is Fancy Feast, 99 cents. Meow. It's good stuff. Used that last time, it works great. So I brought six cans of those. There's not too much current over here, so I found throwing a can out every about 2 hours worked well to keep the catfish close in. There's also channel catfish and white catfish where I'm fishing tonight. So the tackle that I'm using is going to be pretty light, but it should be able to handle a beefy catfish if they happen to bite. So chum, again, pulls these fish out of the rocks. You can use this method pretty much anywhere there's catfish, or really any fish. They gravitate towards stuff like this. This is a salmon and shrimp cat food right here. Tonight we're going to be using night crawlers. We got 5 dozen of those because last time I was out with my son, we used 4 dozen. Caught a lot of fish that night. Yeah, let me show you the rigs and everything, and we'll get fishing once it starts getting dark out. Alright guys, so let me show you the tackle that I'm using. So I'm actually going to start off with a rod and reel. So I'm just using a 7-foot fast action rod, pretty lightweight rod. This is a Daiwa RX 702 MFS, rated up to 3/4 of an ounce, fast action. Little 3000 size Daiwa M-Cast on here, the bite and run. So this reel, you can push the lever down like this once you cast it out, and when the fish takes a bait, it'll actually pull out. And then when you're ready to set the hook, just go like that, turn the handle, and it engages, and you can start reeling in the fish or set the hook, whatnot. So this Daiwa M-Cast 3000 has a bunch of 10-pound braid on there. And then it also has 12-pound fluorocarbon. There's like a 10-foot section attached to the braid with an FG knot. You do not have to use braid for bullhead catfish. For simplicity's sake, you can just use straight monofilament on your on your reel. Just keep it simple. But I have the means and the knowledge to do it. Go ahead and do it. That way I'm not switching spools all the time. And I could use it for other stuff too. Like if I see a bunch of smallmouth, I can snip this and throw a lure on there. And then I put this over here. And then down this line, we have an egg sinker with a bead going to a size 8 swivel. And there's a bead there just to prevent the sinker from slamming off that knot and potentially breaking it loose. And then we have a 12-inch to 16-inch section of 12-pound fluorocarbon going to a 1/0 circle hook. It's like that. Nothing fancy. I bought a giant box on Amazon. There's like 200 hooks in here. They're all different sizes, but there's plenty. When you set the hook on these, you just put pressure on the line. You're not setting the hook, pick up the rod, let the fish run with it. It'll tighten up, and then you give it a little bit of a yank, and it'll usually catch right in the corner of the mouth. And then we're going to be shoving worms on here. Night crawlers to be specific. If you don't know what a night crawler is, this is what you use for most types of catfish, if not all of them. So bullheads love these things. Channels, there are chances that big channels in this section of river that I'm fishing. As far as bait, my favorite catfish bait is shrimp, flat out. It is a little more expensive, but I've fished with night crawlers on one rod, and I've had pieces of fresh shrimp on another. There is absolutely no comparison. I don't care what you say. A lot of people use chicken livers and that type of thing. In my personal experience, shrimp is the best, flat out. These catfish grow up eating crustaceans, insects, shellfish. That's what they eat. They know the smell. They love this stuff. Night crawlers work great too, and these are cheap. You can get a dozen night crawlers for like $3.50 or something like that. So I bought 5 dozen because last time I went through 4. So we are gonna wait for the evening sun to set a little bit, start chucking some chum out there, some kiddie food, and hopefully the catfish come back over. Last time I was here, I could have caught a 5-gallon bucket of these things. I had an absolute blast. So it's really nice to get out and go fishing for something different and a little bit more relaxing. So, all right, let's wait for the sun to set. We're gonna eat something quick and we're gonna get out fishing. All right, finally getting dark out. We're gonna head down to the spot and go fish off these rock ledges for some bullhead catfish. Hopefully all goes well. I got a bunch of cat food and like 5 dozen night crawlers, so let's go get them. All right guys, so here's the spot that I'm fishing. You can see that the rock wall or rock ledge is on the opposite side. Goes way around. I'm gonna go back this way for a second. Really deep pocket of water back there, and this is where I'm fishing for tonight. Steep drop off right there, lots of snags. There's Rocky holding down the fort. Yeah, we're not going to be fishing too far out from this spot right here, maybe about 20 feet out. Alright guys, got my cans of cat food here. Just gonna rip them open. Dump it in my hand. And we're gonna chuck it out. That's it. That's all you do. Oh, these bugs are bad. That is it. Then, just gonna chuck it right on top of my chum. That's all she wrote. I think I'm getting a bite in the other rod. I chucked all that chum pretty much right at the edge of the drop-off because all those catfish are going to be sleeping there underneath the ledges during the day, and they're going to be coming out at nighttime. I already got a couple already. No big ones yet though, but some some fun sized ones, so we're gonna see if we can't catch a couple more. Nope. Got him. So I just put a little weight on it and give it a little light yank, and that's it. For the most part, they hook themselves. Little baby one. Look at that. There he is. Little bullhead right there. Gonna chuck him back. And that's it. That's all you do. Alright guys, hook this guy right in the corner of the mouth. Uh-oh, I'm getting another bite. Damn it. He's got another bite. Nice little bullhead right there. A little bit better. It's starting to come up hot and heavy now. I'm getting a bite on the other rod. Let me chuck him back. Nice little bullhead right here, going back, hooked right in the corner of the mouth. By this point, I've caught about 12 to 15 catfish. I lost count. Starting to rain out, bugs are getting really obnoxious. We have the gnats out, and also we have mosquitoes flurrying around, getting in my nose, my eyes. Still getting bites though on the left-hand rod, obviously. Catfish messing around with it. Probably a really small one. And then also, if you look at the right-hand rod, you can see the line sort of bouncing. So that's telling me there's a fish really close to the line or the bait, whatever, and it's sort of bouncing up and down. So that catfish hasn't picked up that bait yet. It's probably swimming around picking up the cat food that I slung out there. So I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something or at least found it entertaining. Hopefully this is my last freshwater fishing session for the year, and I'll be out on the kayak doing what I love the most, being on the ocean. So thank you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe.